Hi everyone, this is Selina. Welcome back to one of my videos. I hope you're well. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name's Selina and I release crochet tutorials and free patterns. So today I'm bringing to you a beautiful vintage and delicate shawl. It features a lovely filet crochet design and a beautiful little flower border I'm trying to show you on camera. It's super pretty, it's super delicate, and it's also very easy to crochet. As always, the free pattern is available on my blog, selinaveronique.com. The link will be in the description box. So for this project, I used this yarn. I did use 2 balls. It's called Super Soft Baby Double Knit by James C. Brett. I will be linking all of the materials in the description box, so don't worry. And this is shade BB6. It's 100% acrylic and it's 100 grams. And this is a light 3 DK weight yarn. You can substitute it with Bernat Softy Baby. They have a very similar shade if you are in the US. However, you will need 200 grams of light 3 DK weight yarn. You will also be needing a 4mm crochet hook, a pair of scissors and a tapestry needle. I will be using US terms with British terms in brackets. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and without further ado, I'm just going to jump into the tutorial. So to begin this tutorial, make a slip knot and pop your hook through, and now we are going to be chaining 49. So chain 1, 2, 3, 4. So I've chained less to demonstrate the stitch, but you should have 49 chains. So now count 1, 2, 3, 4 chains from the hook and place your first double crochet in that chain. So to create your double crochet, wrap your yarn around your hook, go into the chain, pull up a loop. You have 3 loops on your hook, and take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and take your yarn and pull through 2 loops. And the first chain 3 counts as a double crochet. Now go into the next chain with another double crochet and just place double crochets all across into every chain across. And once you've done that, I'll get back to you for row 2. So this is row 1. So now for row 2, you are going to be chaining 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn your work, and this counts as your first double crochet in chain 1 and goes with this first stitch. Skip the second stitch and go into the next with a double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch and go into the next with a double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch and go into the next with a double crochet, chain 1, skip a stitch and go into the next with a double crochet. And now to finish off this row, chain 1, skip a stitch and go into the last stitch, which is also the chain 3 from the previous row, and just place a double crochet at the top of the chain 3 like so. And this is what you have for row 2. And now chain 3, 1, 2, 3. Turn your work, and this first chain 3 counts as a double crochet. And you are going to be placing a double crochet into each and every stitch across, including the chain spaces. So this first chain 3 stitch counts as your first double crochet here. Now go into the chain space with a double crochet. Place a double crochet on the top of the double crochet from the previous row, and now place a double crochet into the chain space, and now place a double crochet on top of the double crochet from the previous row, and just go ahead and place a double crochet into each and every stitch across. So I've just gone ahead and placed most of my double crochets. I have 2 double crochets left. So this is the chain 4 from the previous row, and this counts as 2 stitches because this counts as a double crochet and chain space. So place a double crochet into the chain space. Oops. And place a double crochet into the 3rd chain, like so. And this is what we have. And obviously your rows will be a lot longer. What you are now going to be doing is alternate row 2 and 3 until you have 103 rows in total, or until you are happy with with the amount of rows that you have. And once you've done that, I'll get back to you to show you the border. So I've done all my rows, and now I'm going to show you the border. So to begin the border, we are going to be placing single crochets. So to begin, I'm going to start on this side. So I'm going to place my single crochets into the top of this project before turning. So I'll show you what I do when I do that. But just so you know, this is the stitch side. So we will be placing single crochets, 1 single crochet into each double crochet, if that makes sense. But once we turn, we will be placing 2 single crochets in this last stitch here at the corner. So place 2 single crochets in the first corner, and then we are going to be going down this first side, and this is what I call the wrong side of the stitches. This is the row side. So you are going to be chaining 1. This does not count as a stitch, and then go directly into the stitch, pull up a loop. You have 2 loops on your hook, take your yarn and pull through 2 loops, and repeat this process into each and every stitch across. And then, like I said, once you reach the first corner, make sure you place 2 single crochets into that corner, and then just go all around the 4 sides of this shawl. And like I said, when you are placing your single crochets across the wrong side, make sure that you place enough. So you should have 550 single crochets in total, or a number of single crochets that is a multiple of 11, if that makes sense. So I have 550 single crochets that I've placed all around the 4 sides. If you have less, that's fine, but they should be a multiple of 11. So now for the next row. So I've not finished actually this last row, so here we go. I'm going to finish off this first round by slip stitching under the first single crochet that we made. Now for row 2, chain 3, 1, 2, 3. This counts as your first double crochet, and now place a double crochet into each and every stitch across until you reach the other side. So just go ahead and place a double crochet into each and every stitch across the 4 sides, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so I've gone all the way around, and now I'm going to slip stitch to close off the round at the top of the chain 3 at the beginning. And now what we are going to be doing is the next round. So for this part, I might zoom in a tiny bit. You will chain 1, this does not count as a stitch. Place a single crochet into the first double crochet, and now you are going to be chaining 9. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9. And you are going to be slip stitching into the third chain from the hook. So 1, 2, 3, slip stitch through that, like so. And now you are going to be chaining 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You are going to be skipping 10 treble crochets. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Skip those 10 and place a single crochet into the next one. So place a single crochet into the stitch after the 10 double crochets that you skipped. So you are going to skip 10 double crochets and place a single crochet into the next. And now repeat this process. Chain 9, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Count 1, 2, 3, chain, slip stitch through that chain, and chain 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 double crochets and go into the next with a single crochet, like so. And so just repeat this process over and over until you reach the beginning, and then I'll get back to you. Okay, so to finish off this row, you can either slip stitch or single crochet under the first stitch. I'm slip stitching, as you can see, so I've just slip stitched to close off this round. But you can do either a single crochet or a slip stitch. We have all our little cute picot-ish edging all the way around. So now for the next row, you are going to be chaining 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And once you've chained 5, you are going to be working your first flower into this space. So to do this, you are going to be yarning over, going into the space, pull up a loop like you are going to be doing a double crochet, but we are not going to be finishing. Yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Go back in, wrapping your yarn around your hook, go back in, pull up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loop once again, and then again, wrap your yarn over your hook, go into the space, yarn over and go through 2 loops. And this is what we have left. Now yarn over and go through all 4 loops. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And now go back in doing the same thing. So yarn over and pull through 2 loops. Don't finish your double crochet, go back in, yarn over and pull through, don't finish your double crochet, and then a third time. And now yarn over and go through all 4 loops. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now yarn over and go through and repeat, sorry. So don't finish your double crochet, do this a second time, pull through a third time, yarn over and pull through 2 loops, and now yarn over and pull through all 4 loops, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and this is what we have for now. So cute. And place a double crochet to finish this off into the single crochet from the previous row. I think those are single crochets. Yes, they are. Now repeat this process. I'm going to show you once again. Chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yarn over and go in. Create your first, let's call them bubbles. There we go. And now go through all 4 loops, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now create another bubble like so. And if you need more help, don't forget you can check out the free pattern that is available on my blog, chain 5, 3, 4, 5, and add another bubble. 1, 2, and 3. Yarn over and pull through, chain 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And place a double crochet inside this space. So you see, it's quite simple. I hope I explained it well. This is what we have. It's so pretty, it's so delicate. I just love it. Let me know in the comments what you think of this. So just carry on creating this delicate stitch, and I'll get back to you to show you how to finish this off. Okay, so I've almost finished. As you can see, I'm so happy with the result. I've chained 5, I've done my last flower, and now I'm just going to slip stitch here. I just feel like you could either place a double crochet, a single crochet, or a slip stitch. I've chosen to do a slip stitch just because I feel like it's neater, but that's just my personal choice. I'm going to turn this over, and obviously I have some loose ends, but I absolutely adore this shawl. It's so beautiful. I'm definitely going to be using this border again. Let me know in the comments what you thought. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.